Arrivederci Roma, goodbye, au revoir. And they were crazy. They said, oh my God, you really can sing.
Style at 729. Tom Gangitano, Jean Hilda Menswear. I want to welcome you all to our lovely store. This is the first in a series that we're doing on profiles of personalities that are local to the Bay Area. We're doing it in our store. We're calling it Style at 729. So I'm so excited tonight because our first guest is someone I admire for many years now. And he's just probably one of the top tenors in the world. From Italy, he also has his residence here in the United States. His name is Pasquale Esposito. And I want to welcome Pasquale this evening. Pasquale?
Grazie, buonasera. Good evening.
I know you're busy, and I'm so flattered that you made time to come talk to us this evening at Style 729. I've been to your performances, and I'm always blown away by how you have this knack for bringing your audience into the performance. You bring your kids, your wife, your professors, your mentors, your students. They all get incorporated into your performance. It's just wonderful. And the humility that you project is just so refreshing. You live in gratitude.
I am incredibly grateful.
And it shows. And it shows. And you know, and I know, and we've talked about this, that the key to life is to live in gratitude.
Gratitude.
It makes you happy, it makes other people happy. But where did this come from?
Well, it's a principle that I'll always apply to everything I do. It can sound like a joke at the moment because they are over there, they're watching us probably on a computer. But what they're giving to us is something that is incredibly precious. And it is time. You are giving to us the most precious thing that you have, and it is time. And for the fact that you're giving me that and listening to me speaking with this weird accent, I am incredibly grateful. I mean, there are many other things that you can probably watch on social media, on YouTube, on television. You're watching us. And I am grateful to you, and I love you because you're doing that. And you will feel that right away because I'm not kidding.
Oh, in all his performances. But I know that comes from your childhood.
Definitely.
And I know your influences, but I want to hear you speak of your childhood influences, how you got into singing, where did you develop this humility, this gratitude that you have. And you show it in every song that you sing, the passion, the enthusiasm, the emotion.
Yes, definitely. You grasp the point of my performances around the world. And yes, I was a little boy, born in Naples, Italy. You cannot believe the story that I'm going to share with you. I was spending the summertime at my grandparents' house in Naples. And my mother and my father, they were working, so they dropped me there. And my grandfather used to have this huge gramophone. And you know, you go like that and you will listen to the music. But he told me, don't touch the gramophone because you will break it. So he goes to work. I touch the gramophone and I'll break it automatically. So he comes back. I can never forget that night. He comes back, I'm shaking. You know, I say, I'm sorry, I broke it. So there's no problem. Tonight we cannot listen to the music. It means you're gonna sing. And I say, oh my God, I never sang before. And I remember he said, you know, you have been listening all these records, sing me a song. And I sang because I was so scared about the punishment. And then I saw him like dropping his jaw like, I say, I must have been doing something very bad, you know. And instead, I guess I was doing something very right. And from that point, it took me, we go to the church choir in the neighborhood, and the priest who happened to be a vocal coach, I was 7 years old, and since then I never stopped to sing. So in order and when you tell me, why did you start to sing? Because I broke a machine.
It's a great story. You've told that to me before, and I enjoy listening to it every time.
Yeah.
But I know your mother and your father were very instrumental in building your character, in your humility in your life.
Definitely. It's the Italian culture that you are also part of.
Yes.
And we grew up with this family orientation.
Oh, yeah.
And I was very much spoiled by the attention that we have and constantly spending time for each other, trying to help each other. Also, I need to say that the surrounding of the neighborhood and the church was very effective on, and I don't mean about Catholic or Muslim, any kind of religion can give you the foundation, because they're all great message. And I think that was giving me the foundation of giving, of thinking about others, and the job that I have is tremendously beautiful.
Oh, it's fabulous.
Because I can take you for a couple of years of hours while you are sitting in that theater, and I take you for a journey where you stay away from all your problems, and that's what is special about. You know, the gift of be able to give to another person 1 hour of pleasure, where you go away from your problems, and that's, I think it's the joy of every single entertainer.
Yeah, and at your performances you do that. You take us for a journey. You take us for a journey into your life.
Mm-hmm.
Talk about your children, because they are so precious, and you incorporate them into your performances.
Especially the Christmas one.
Oh,
the Christmas
my gosh.
one is the
So
I strongly believe that Christmas is around children,
Totally.
and the Christmas tree and the nativity sets, and so is the performance of the year where I make them join me on stage. And I have a little boy, his name is Vittorio, he's now 5, and he plays guitar, and he will play guitar with me on stage and probably sing one song. And another one is Roxana, that is now 3. She's a beautiful girl, and she's very much in the ballerina mood now. And I believe kids are a gift from God.
Oh, they are.
And be able to have them in my life with my beautiful wife and family, it's just dream coming true.
Well, the neat thing is that you do share that with your audience. So we feel that we know your wife, we know your kids. You incorporate your professors and your mentors. Talk about that a little bit, where you studied.
I was very lucky to have a wonderful guidance here in California. You believe how crazy you are. You are born in Italy, you live in Italy, and then you find yourself moving from Italy to study opera in California. Why? Destiny. Don't ask me why. And I'm also a little crazy. But I was very lucky to find an amazing mentor at San Jose State University. His name is Joseph Frank. He has been performing with the best of the best. And we just did a retirement party for him for a couple of weeks ago, where I was performing with San Jose State University Orchestra, and we opened some funds for him. So it's a way of giving back to a university that really helped me to move at different level.
But also sharing with him.
Oh, definitely, and sharing with him the success that I am obtaining. It's a way to be grateful to who made you.
Exactly.
I mean, people have made this store. I mean, how you can be open if they don't come in?
Exactly.
And it's many times you get so overwhelmed about success and the busyness of the life that you forget where you come from. And what we have that is very important is that we don't forget where we come from and who made us.
Exactly.
I mean, there are people like you that opened the door to this store when I was not at this level in this career, and helped me and say, okay, you want this jacket? We're gonna make it happen, because you need to look better in order to get at that level. Exactly. But without your generosity, I could not have been here. And that makes...
Well, we were honored. I was honored, first of all, to meet you. You know, coming from an Italian family myself, you're like a brother to me.
Thank you.
And it was just a joy to have our relationship begin like that, and allowing me to help you experience and create your style. And we've taken it to another level. And I introduced you to Rabazzola, Andrea and Rabazzola. And they helped in creating a wardrobe for you and styling a wardrobe to your style and your taste with your influence that I think is just phenomenal. And I think we'll see it as we go forward here, because you're going to tell us some news later on about an exciting project that's just completed.
Yes.
But before that, I did want to talk about a project you did a number of years ago. And it was filmed in Naples.
Mm-hmm.
And it was on one of your mentors, one of your inspirational leaders, Caruso, who you came from the same town. So I know the influence was big. And PBS approached you and wanted you to talk about Caruso and perform his songs and other songs in his area. So if you can talk about that a little bit.
It was an amazing journey. If you think about, I grew up in this town in Naples, where Caruso was born, and happened to be born 100 meters away from where he was born. So I grew up when I was 7 years old, and my grandfather threw me in this choir. That is the church where Caruso was baptized. So I will feel him in that choir because he was performing in that church. So I hear about this Enrico Caruso, but you know, you are 7 years old, you want to play soccer, you want to play ball, you don't want to be influenced. And everybody talks about this neighbor, oh, there was born him, that's his uncle, that's his mom. And you, until I move into the United States and start to study opera and start to see the power of this individual in the music business, because he was the first one to be recorded. And I'm not talking about, pop music. I'm talking about this old machine that was able to deliver some kind of music that was really a notable quality. But he was the tenor, he was the one who took the risk. And he said, I don't care about this bad quality, I want to be able to spread my voice around the world. And Bigo, it becomes the most powerful and successful tenor of all the time. So what I did with PBS, with the support of another great tenor and friend and mentor, Mr. Placido Domingo, we did this documentary concert where it's combined a documentary aspect with songs that were important in his life. So I started this travelogue, I will call, in the city of Naples and on Amalfi Coast. And we have this amazing journey where I visit the place that made Enrico Caruso combined with music. That was a blessing from God. He's watching over me, because that show was seen by 220 million people. And that was really advancing my career. I remember on that concert I was wearing a beautiful
outfit. We did the evening outfit for you there. You did a lot of evening looks.
And it was stunning. So
it's a wonderful, wonderful thing. And you can still see that. It's on demand. It's a wonderful, wonderful special. It's on YouTube. I think it's worthwhile watching, because something new has happened, which you just completed, that takes that to another level. And tell us how this came about.
The success of this PBS was so big that I was commissioned another PBS show. And I had the freedom to choose what to do. And I was looking around, to be honest with you, and I was seeing how people are communicating today. And it is unfortunately very virtual. You know, you will see, you go to a restaurant and you will see a little kid with a phone like this, totally isolated by what is surrounding him. And what we're doing together, the connection that we have and using this tool, there is nothing bad about technology, but I feel if we look a little bit in the past, we can have a better future. So what I did, I focus on communication, and I start to analyze where I come from, the old way of communicating. And the old way of communicating for our parents, for our grandparents, was to get together around the place. And the place can be a coffee shop, the place can be a church, the place can be a fountain, things that we're probably missing in this country at the moment. The structure of the city are made very much with shopping centers, and so we lose the focus of the city. And so I come out with this special that is a special on Italian piazzas and piazzas in general.
Wonderful.
So a place where we get together, a place where there is that coffee shop where you will meet that lady, and place in the same place there is that church, and you probably will get married in that church with that lady you met there. So it's a very interesting topic, and I took this journey and went to visit the most beautiful squares in Italy, but I didn't know what I was doing, because when I got to Italy I had a plan to visit one piazza for every region, but when you are in Rome, you figure out that just there you have 500 squares, and they are one more beautiful than another and more beautiful than another. And here we go. This is the prototype of the DVD coming out. And it's a special on the Italian piazzas, is a special on public television. It's going to be on June 4th on KQED, 8 p.m.
in the Bay Area.
Channel 9, yes, but of course all over the country.
Right.
And it's been an amazing journey. It took me approximately a couple of years to complete. I filmed this concert in Piazza del Plebiscito, that is the third large square in Italy, in Naples. 20,000 people were there. Mr. Ravazzolo was there,
right,
and he was making sure I was looking okay. And it was an amazing journey. So for every song that I sing in that square, I will visit another square around Italy.
Yeah, and what we did was every square we had different outfits for Pasquale, which made it even more special because he understands, as we've been through this journey together, dressing is part of your life. Dressing emotes emotion, passion. So we did outfits. If it was a love song, we emphasized red. If it was an evening affair, we did tuxedos. We did evening. If it was a daytime piazza, we did casual sport coats. And we put all this together, and it just came out wonderful. I'm so flattered and so honored that you included us and Ravazzolo in this. And in that, you were showing me a little pullout that's pretty cool. I wanted to kind of talk about that. So in here is all the different outfits that we put together with Ravazzolo. And it talks about all the different piazzas. It's just a spectacular thing. The trailer is on YouTube now, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
yes.
So you can see the trailer, which will blow you away. And you'll get to experience him, which is just phenomenal. So that is your latest project.
That's my latest project. We're going to tour with that show. That is a special. Pasquale Esposito celebrates Italian piazzas. And, you know, for every single square I will sing this beautiful song that will, for some way, I will tell you a story of why that song is related for that square, to that square. For example, in Rome, I couldn't stay away from there because so many movies and soundtrack of movies were done around the square of Roma. And if you think about La Dolce Vita, if you think about Seven Hills in Rome, it's just like so spectacular, and there is so much music combined with that, movies made in that square. So it was just a journey.
But I think people need to understand the magnitude of what you did. It wasn't just you showed up at a square and started singing.
No, it takes a little bit more. For every single square you need to have permits. And I remember shooting at Fontana di Trevi at 3 o'clock in the morning. Yeah, I don't know if you have ever been there. There are thousands of people every day at this fountain that is among us. So I had to get a permit, and they gave me the permit at 3 o'clock in the morning. You say there is no way you can film during the day. I go there at 3 o'clock in the morning. There is a beautiful romantic couple there kissing each other. And we are setting up with a crew of about 15 people, okay? So they're light track, and they don't move. They keep kissing each other and hugging, and we need a film. So the police is there, and the policeman comes to me and said, "You want me to go and tell?" I say, "I cannot. They're so romantic. I cannot pull them
Did you incorporate?
So you're going to see that they're going to be there during the filming at Fontana di Trevi. And what I did, I went to them and I said, "Listen, you look so romantic, but you need to sign me a release." And they did.
Oh, fantastic.
It was beautiful.
Well, that shows, as I was saying in the beginning, how you are so grateful to every part, every human being, every person you come in contact with. So those people, you know, obviously
No, they
another
were-
performer would have said, get him out of here.
No, that when it gets funny because they told me, I said, who are you? I said, in Italy, then I'm much more well known in the United States. They say, who are you? I said, you know, I'm an Italian tenor, but I mainly perform around the world. I say, I'm an Italian tenor, sing me a song. And I sang them a song.
Love it.
And I sang them a song.
Which
and
one?
they were, I sang Arrivederci Roma.
Sing it,
Come
sing
back.
a little bit.
Arrivederci Roma, goodbye, au revoir. And they were crazy. I said, oh my God, you really can sing. Yeah, I'm not kidding. Can you please sign it? They sign it, and I cannot wait. I have their address. I'm going to send them a copy of the video.
Good. So, before we got started, we were talking about his performances and where he's going to play next. And he's going to be in the Bay Area when?
Oh my God, check my website. I don't want to make a mistake.
Okay.
I know that I'm going to be at the Hammer Theater in October, and I'm going to be in Morgan Hill in the Bay Area again in the beautiful winery. Then I'm going to be where? I'm going to be in San Francisco here at the Harps Theater for December for Christmas concert.
And what we want to do for our audience, he's gracious enough to offer VIP tickets to anyone who emails in and creates a wonderful comment about Pasquale in the interview and sends it out to their people and spread the word. And we're going to kind of pick for 2 tickets, right?
Yes, choose a concert in the Bay Area that is close to you. We're going to have make sure that it's a VIP treatment to this concert where you can visit me backstage and we can chat a little bit. And so
it'll be a random pick, but we want you to email in. We want you to spread the word on Facebook and whatever else you want.
Facebook, Twitter, YouTube,
all that.
Whatever. Let's stay in touch.
That's great. So, Pasquale, I want to thank you for this evening. This is our debut of Stylists 729.
And I will say, I'm going to translate. It's Stile al 729.
That's it. That's it. And again, you represent us well, and I'm flattered and honored that you came, and I'm flattered and honored to be your friend.
Enjoy.
Bye. Thank you again for watching, and stay tuned to our next show.
Ciao.
Ciao.